Radio 1270. My name is Joe Denoyer, host of the show. We're at the 10th day of April already with our guest from Seward County Community College. We do have Madelyn Sander here. So Madelyn, good morning.
Good morning, Joe. How are you?
I am doing good. Also in the studios with us, and we'll afford him a few minutes at the end of the show. We do have Phil Lee. So good morning to you as well, Phil.
Morning.
All right, we're here today, Madelyn. We're going to be talking about gosh, do I say this? Talking about some nerds.
Yes, we're talking about some numbers nerds today.
All right, numbers nerds. That's cool. All right, a musical at the college.
Yes, we are performing the 57th National Mathlete Sum-It, the almost all-girls math musical.
Okay, like I was saying earlier before we came on, I think you've been challenged now with the 25th anniversary of the Putnam County Spelling Bee. Now we're doing. Can you come up with a longer title?
Hey, we can always try.
All right.
And this is, and just want to throw it. This is a musical comedy. It is not a actual numbers math contest.
Okay.
And actually, it's funny that we had brought this up and did not to sort of belabor this, but we still had people on our Facebook page look at that. Why are we having events like this? And I'm saying to them, it's like, no. It's a musical. We say it's the spring musical. Yes, we are actually converting a math contest into an actual, which would be actually very clever, but we're not that good.
We're slowly infiltrating the arts. We're stabbing, like, we can't have this.
Yeah, hey, I think a math summit would be fun to watch.
Exactly, on stage over there, and we actually did have someone over, which is just kind of like, but no, this is actually a musical comedy, and from what I've seen so far, it's pretty good.
All right, so where did this originate?
So this musical has only existed since 2017, 2018. Okay. So it's a pretty new production as far as boots on the ground, getting it out and about. I'm not sure where it first was performed, but I know that the setting is in the suburbs of Wisconsin. So it's in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Okay. So we did, Wisconsin named boot camps for these kids.
First performed in downtown Racine, Wisconsin.
So they were against Oshkosh.
Yeah. All right, the home of the bib overalls out in Oshkosh. So,
Bagosh, right?
Oshkosh, Bagosh. Anyway, how many are in the cast?
So we have a cast of 11.
11?
Yep.
Okay.
So we've got, I believe, or 10. It may be 10 now.
Okay. That always happens.
Yep. We've also, one of our roles is double cast from subconflicts. So depending on how you consider that, but it's a small group on stage. I think given time, we've got 10 members on stage, but we have 11 members of this cast.
Okay. So. All right. So without giving out too much information to be a spoiler, walk me through this. I mean, we're talking a musical dealing with math nerds? Number nerds.
Yes.
Number nerds.
Yes, the mathletes. So essentially you've got the stage is set at the beginning. You have a formerly all-girls school. So we have, it used to be Catholic and the nuns went broke and it turned into a secular school. Okay. So this is the first time that these girls have had any boys in the school with them. And you have an almost lost chance at making it to nationals from one girl's stage fright. So they kick her off the team, and they get this new boy whose parents were missionaries. His only experience with America is TRL, and stuff like his name daily says Foshizi, things like that, trying to fit in, and navigating, trying to rebuild this team and the inner workings thereof of getting to go to this national competition.
Okay. Wow. This sounds like there's could be a lot of plot twists and turns and a lot of fun too.
Oh gosh, yes. If the title with the whole Sum-It element of it does not tell you, it is very punny. It is definitely a comedy and very relatable. I mean, we look at different things that the area has done in the past will take you to new and exciting lands that don't exist. This, at some point in your life, you've had to take a math class. So whether it was your thing or not, and you can look at these kids and see there's the question of like, why do they do math? And even if math wasn't your thing, maybe water polo was, or history was your thing, or doing theater for some of these, especially for these kids, and finding out like those extracurriculars and how they kind of shaped who you are and the friendships that you built.
Okay. All right. Well, and just a side note, if you think about, like, even if you think about theater, math comes into play. Whether you're blocking, whether you're building sets, whether you're moving sets, the angles, to get the angles, the lighting, all of that, math does come into play. And it's fun that we can take a fun look at math and the relationships that surround it.
Oh gosh, yeah. It's as much as you don't want it to be sometimes, like, math isn't everything.
Uh-huh.
And we have one of the characters, like, rather than looking up to celebrities, it's like, oh, I love Britney Spears. It's like, her celebrities are, like, Einstein and Pythagoras are her people. Where it's like, these are these idols that we look up to, and thinking of it that way, it's kind of amazing when you really look at what math has done for the world, and these kids see it.
Okay. Now, you said 10 to 11 cast members, mostly college students. Give me the cast makeup.
So I want to say every single person who is on the stage is taking at least one course with Seward County Community College.
Okay.
Whether traditional or not, whether they have their degree or not. I believe every single one of them has taken a course or is taking a course at Seward County Community College. We have a handful of high schoolers, about 2 or 3, and then we have of our main players, every single one of them is a college student except one.
Okay.
So we are making sure that the college students are getting they have cast priority.
You have
Absolutely.
getting their onstage experience.
Yes,
so.
this as much as you want to make the perfect show, and I think in a lot of ways this casting fell together exactly the way that it needed to. This is an educational theater, so priority goes to students. Like, we have some amazing high schoolers who auditioned, and some of them, they had prom, they couldn't make it. We have 1 or 2 in the ensemble who, it's like, they could easily have stepped into any of those roles, but this is, though it is a community show, and we are a community college, we want to make sure that those kids are getting that experience.
Yeah, we want the kids to showcase their talent, and we've got lots of talent at the students out over there. I think that, one thing that Maddie and Magda, Dr. Silva, have sort of tried to do is try to regain students out of it. We've had past directors, and just, I think that Maddie has sort of said, is that they want to have the best. And sometimes, we've got a lot of great talent, so you don't have to go outside. You can actually find. Sometimes you can't help it, but in this case, we actually, that's what we want to do. We are. We're Seward County Community College, and these are for the students of the community, and we just want them to highlight and showcase a lot of their talents. And like I said, is that we've got a lot of beautiful voices, a lot of excellent talent, and kids, that at least who want to be and can showcase that as well. So I think it's all good.
As we were talking, you said prom is this weekend. And I was thinking in the back of my mind, okay, because they'll miss rehearsal. No, they'll miss the performance.
We have them at the beginning of any show. You list out your conflicts from that date up until the very last day. And they showed up all excited and then went, oh. And yeah, we work around a lot. Like, if we look at the schedule of these kids, like, I make the joke that it's abysmal, but it's because we have extraordinarily smart, extraordinarily involved cast members. So we are working around, we have one girl who has at least 2 night classes. We have another who's in, like, so many extracurriculars, like, you make your head spin. I think every single one of these people have an extra job. It's not just that they're students. You'll see them out and about in the community. All of them have a job that isn't being a full-time student. So they are dedicated about being here, and it's purely out of the love of doing it, because they had the option, like, okay, I had a freer schedule, and instead they're coming here and they're creating art to put on that stage so that our community can see it. And it's really lovely to be a part of a group that cares enough, even with how much they have going on, to leave that behind and come to rehearsal and put in that work and build their craft and create this art.
You had, and sometimes after rehearsal, heading sliding out as fast as they can to get to that job, or things like that as well.
Oh gosh, yeah, we've given 15-minute breaks before where I've seen these kids pull up their computers and do quizzes online. Like, I mean, they are dedicated, they are tired. Like, you can see it. There's certain rehearsals where I'm like, go home. Like, you need to go home. You need to get it, because they're burning the candle at both ends. And that said, the product is still beautiful because they're willing to put it in.
Any cautions or anything? I know with the Putnam County, it has, okay, maybe not under the age of 8 or 9, 10, anything with this one, besides come and have fun?
Honestly, I think there's maybe one joke, like if you're paying attention, your kid gets it maybe. The rest of it, this is very much PG.
Okay, perfect.
Anyone could come to this and not have a worry about it.
As I was mentioning prom this weekend, this musical is this week. It is this week. When does it start and what time? And give us all the particulars on the formalities.
Yes, we are to show week. So this musical, again, the 57th and National Mathlete Sum-It, the almost all girls math musical. It opens on this Thursday, April 13th, at 7 p.m. Runs Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so April 13th, 14th, 15th, 7 p.m. Tickets are $10. If you are a student or know a student at Seward County Community College, their student ID will get them one free ticket to come see this show. So we encourage all community members who are taking a class, anything like that, come out. It's a free night of entertainment. Otherwise, $10, and you can reserve your tickets ahead of time with our lovely chaos coordinator, Miss Terry Barnes.
For a few more weeks.
Yeah. Right, it's you have a couple of days. Otherwise, they are available at the door. So if you want to make sure that you secure your ticket now, since you're listening to it and you go, oh goodness, I don't want to forget, that number is 620-417-1451. Otherwise, you can come to the door any night.
And it's at the Showcase Theater.
And it's at the Jesus Manriquez Showcase Theater.
Yep.
So you can get your tickets. But why take the chance? Because it only seats 300. And if you have a night, with prom, Thursday may work better or Friday may work better. Don't take that chance. Get your tickets early. That way, you have a seat.
Yeah, we have busy community members as well. So if you're looking at your schedule and you go, oh, well, I had something going on this night, and then the other one's full, you miss your opportunity. So feel free to get your pencils and planners out now and make sure you come and see this show, because it's such fun. You leave the theater, you're laughing, you're enjoying it. There's still some deep elements to it, but at the end, there's this warm feeling. You're going to laugh. Anyone can see it. Uh-huh. So it's not anything where you're worried about oh, can my kids come, or oh, is somebody going to be offended by this? It's pure joy. Okay. And I can say I did not know this musical until we started doing the deep research it takes to find a show with the talent that you have, what's going to do the due diligence in this time, the set, all of that, and it is fun, and you will not have seen it. I don't know anyone in the area who has put this on, so okay. You can come in and not be like, oh well, I saw them do it, and you're playing this comparison piece in your head. This is all new and exciting.
And that's what I'm enjoying with theater here in the community, is bringing new things. I love the classics, but I think it was Dining Room Table, and then Rainbow Player, Hands on a Hard Body, Young Frankenstein, 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling, new things that you would have to go to a bigger city to experience, coming right here. And you have 3 opportunities to see this play right here in Liberal at the college at the Showcase Theater.
Yes, we want to balance that, why you fell in love with theater. So those classic shows with expanding your horizons of what we can do. Sometimes you get stuck in a rut of oh, okay, you want to fill the seats because it's something people have heard of. And the difference, coming and seeing a new show that these kids are putting on, the difference you can make in their lives by filling that seat. And sometimes, if you've seen it before, it can get, monotonous, or oh, well, I've seen the show, I'm kind of tired, it's a Thursday. It's new, it's exciting, and all of these kids are putting in such great effort to make this happen, and supporting them, supporting the arts, all of this money, they use these type of things for scholarships for these kids in these arts, so it makes a difference. And you can get something new and exciting, again, without having to get in your car and drive 3 hours or 4 hours in a different direction.
You bet. And again, encouraging people to expand their horizons, step out of their comfort zone. Well, I've never heard of the 57th National Mathlete Sum-It. Well, guess what? It's here. Come see it. And then you can tell your friends about it. Come Thursday. That way you may want to come back Friday and Saturday. So,
Hey, yeah. A
and-
cheap date, right?
There you go, $10.
Maybe
Can't
your
beat
new
that.
favorite musical.
It very well could be. It's this Thursday, this Friday, this Saturday, 7 o'clock at the Showcase Theater. Tickets are $10. You can contact Terry Barnes at 620-417-1451 to reserve those tickets this Saturday, cast of 10 to 11. I mean, you're not that far off of being a student yourself, so I mean, it is a young person's led production.
Oh yeah, we only have
We'll throw Magda in there too, and Darren. I think.
I mean, if you throw out the production crew, we're trying. Our knees hurt. we're not sleeping. But as far as our actual production age, all of the kids we have one adult who's in her 30s, and everything else is, I think, 25 or younger. And even if you take one other person out of it, it goes down to 22. And the rest of these are between like 15, 16-year-olds to like 22-year-olds. Yeah. And like what they're able to do, like this music is deceptively difficult. Like at first you're like, oh, it's not that hard. And then they come out with these harmonies, and I looked at the music, I'm like, oh God, and I have my degree in this. I'm like, this is not a joke as far as some of the harmonies that show up there. So they're doing the best with their young, excited selves.
Well, I tell you, if Magda and Darren can make me sound good in The Wizard of Oz, it's going to be a magnificent production. Magda
has this extraordinarily unique talent of being able to pull talent out of anyone.
Yes.
Like it's.
And you don't even realize she's doing it.
She makes it simple and easy. She gives you this space where you feel kind of safe to make some mistakes, because you need to be able to do that to grow. Like there was a student that years ago who loved singing at tenure, but she loved it. And from what I saw from her first year to her last year, I couldn't understand what song she was singing, but she had that passion, that fire. Magda took her from I don't know what song she's singing to a performer.
Right.
And it's exciting. Like you think, oh, well, when you're in a smaller town, that kind of stuff. She's bringing high caliber talent to this area.
You bet.
Her experience, she's been able to audition for the Met. She's done European tours, things like that. And she can bring it out of anybody. So even if you've already got that natural talent there, which these kids definitely do, she's just making it blossom.
All right, the 57th National Mathlete Sum-It, Thursday, Friday, Saturday at the Jesus Manriquez Showcase Theater on the campus of Seward County Community College. 7 o'clock showtime, house about 6:30. Reserve your tickets at 620-417-1451, 1451. That's this weekend. Well, do you still say break a leg?
Oh yeah.
Break a leg.
Yes.
Not
but
literally,
we try not to literally do it.
Exactly.
And this set is very minimal. These kids are the ones who are making this set and this piece. So it's very kind of black box theater style in the way that it's performed. So hopefully there's nothing they can break their legs on. And at the same time, we do have podium choreography, so come see it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
So we'll try not to trip on them.
This Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Phil,
Yes.
I've got some exciting things going on at the library as well.
Yeah, this is sexual assault awareness month, and the library has an exhibition coming in, or actually it's in today. It's called Confronting Violence, Improving Women's Lives, which is also bilingual as well, and it's there to sort of, obviously, in recognition of the month over there, give a little bit of people, obviously some information on that. It's a great, really nice first-time display where we've got it for the first time. It hasn't been shipped out ever, so if you come out, you'll be the first people to ever see this display. No one else has ever seen this, so it's great. In conjunction with that, on Thursday, April 13th at 2 o'clock, Dave Ryan will be coming into the library at 2 o'clock and going ahead and doing a self-defense workshop for women. And I think that'll be great too. So it all sort of kind of flows together. That's as usual, admission is free. There's no admission. Go to the library. It's free to get into the library. And also for the workshop, it's also free as well. So guys, come on in and check that out. Also, on the side note, also, there's just so much going on at the college. The college is holding an open house for the Industrial Tech campus on April 13th, which is also Thursday, that night at 5:30 to 7:30. Come on in, check out all the programs, tour the facilities, and see what we have to offer on the tech side. And I think that there's a lot of high earning career paths over there. You can really learn a lot about that over there. We'll have some snacks. You can enroll that day, and like I said, you can go ahead and tour the facilities and talk to the instructors and learn a little bit more about the program. So just a lot going on. And also next week is Ag Week. And we'll have someone on that on Thursday to talk more about that. But then we have a whole week of ag stuff next week. So just
it seems this is the busy time for Seward County Community College. This week, several activities, Ag Week, and then you've got the coffee house, the poetry.
Right. And then we've got the spring concert and choir, and then we've got graduation, and it's just so much going on. Spring is just the month, or April and May are just, obviously just absolutely filled with events. And then, we kick in, not really going to slow down over the summer. It's the year of the Saints for the fall of 2023. And so we're going to, do our best to get us, moving forward as fast as we can.
You bet. Of course, you're on this show. You're on other media throughout the community. SCCC.edu. There's a calendar of events you can click on and take a look at everything that's going on.
Or you can go click on the KSCB website out over there, and you have that as well.
You bet.
And all the events are on there as well. So yeah.
All right, and again, it's your college. It's a communities college, so come and enjoy the musical this week, and then the library event this week, and then the open house. I believe is this week as well.
Thursday, yeah.
Ag Week is next week. So just again, get out and enjoy what the college has to offer.
Yeah, we have. Like people say, we always there's nothing to do in Lebanon. Yeah, there is.
And no matter what you're interested in, we have everything.
Yeah.
Being a part of this college for so long, it's like you kind of get in your lane, and then you realize it's like, okay, well, the library is doing so much, and like. They're bringing in so many cool things. You have industrial tech doing so many cool things. The growth of this ag department that you've seen over the past week, like, you can go out there and see goats. I mean, like...
And a donkey.
And a donkey. There you go.
We got Albert the donkey, yeah. Albert.
Yes. No matter what day of the week it is, you can come onto our campus and find something cool happening.
Or, we're also doing deferred maintenance. The other day we had... the SCCC president and his wife actually getting on the ground, getting dirty, and taking out paint and painting the guardrails, the handrails by cosmetology. We have, by the foundation office, we're continuing with, again, making things look nicer. We've got installing new carpeting. So, we're really trying to build this up over there. A lot of times, these made people say, oh, well, they're not new programs, or blah, 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 blah. But you have to start somewhere, and these are really nice things that we can do to sort of, hey, that looks pretty cool, that looks really nice, that looks really pretty out of it. It brings you out a little bit more pride and a little bit more, when you see something nice, you take a little bit, hey, that doesn't look disgusting.
And then of course, Norma Jean and Megan have tons of stuff going on.
B&I, yeah, and they still have a lot out over there. I feel really bad because there's so much going on, but we think that these are, not to say that they're not more important, but I'm like, there's just so much going on that we can't get them all on the air for you.
No, there's a sewing a tote bag that I've had my eye on all month where I'm like, okay, is the show over? Because like there's always something with that. Yeah, so much cool stuff.
All right, again, to reserve tickets, 620-417-1451. The musical is the 57th National Mathlete Sum-It this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We appreciate you guys coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.